Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I am late boots with this review. I wanted to go ahead and discuss Love and Hip Hop New York, episode 3. I keep forgetting that episode 4 came on this week because they showed 2 episodes back to back for the season premiere. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it because I want to watch this week's episode and go ahead and get that out today too. So basically the episode starts off. Chrissy is flying out to discuss the situation that happened with Jimmy not taking care of his goddamn business, but he's the head of household, but he almost had y'all living in a homeless shelter. But anyways, they're flying out on a private jet. I ain't hating, okay? But they flew from New York to Philadelphia, which is right up the street, right? 2 hours away? 2.5, something like that. And then when y'all got there, y'all flew there private, but then y'all got on the Ford bus. Did y'all see that Ford bus they got on? Oh, that was a Ford bus. When they hit that corner, that was a Ford symbol in front of that goddamn bus. Not a BMW, not a Mercedes, none of that. It was a Ford. So y'all flew private, but drove Ford. Okay. You know who I really never could. Juju. I don't know what it is with Juju, but Juju. Why is Juju on the show? Juju doesn't give me anything. Like, she's just there. She's just there. Like, I know Juju's a pretty girl, all that good stuff, but why is she there? Anyways, Kimbella is being messy. My whole thing is, if you're gonna be messy, but bitch, be messy and get the story right. She goes and tells Chrissy that Yandy was the one who brought up the fact that they lost their house. Yandy didn't bring it up. Sam brought it up. Yandy read it out loud, read the article out loud, and basically said that, that's around the time that I stopped managing him. Papoose is with this new artist, or from what he says, he's an artist, and also he's starting his own record label. His name is Fresher. He said, yeah, this is how you know niggas be wanting props for shit that they should already do. I'm taking care of my kids and my baby mama, Jen, who I've been with for 20 years. Let me just say something. You should be taking care of your kids, girl. They're your kids, okay? And I mean, after 20 years of being with a bitch, I would assume that you're taking care of her too. And this how you know niggas are trifling. Y'all have to start listening to the shit that people say. He says, I've been with my baby mama, Jen, for 20 years. Baby, that's not your baby mama. Either that's your wife, or either that's your lifelong partner, but that's not your baby mama. You cannot be with a bitch for 20 years and still call her baby mama. You literally introduced this woman who's been in your life for 20 years. You introduced her to us as your baby mama. That's how you know Fresher that's how you know Fresher is full of shit. Fresher full of shit. You calling your baby mama of 20 years your baby mama. After 20 years, baby, that's not been your baby mama a long time ago. Okay? Anyways, he's starting his own record company. I have a question. Have you noticed how these men, I think Papoose was the first person I've seen on Love. Now, I'm not saying it's the only time it happened, only time I've seen it. Papoose is probably the first male I've seen introduce another male as somebody who, I guess, are they working together? Because have you noticed that men only want to work with women? And the men typically end up being trifling ass niggas who want to fuck the women. Why y'all never want to work with men? Anyways, I really don't care about Erica and Safari. I honestly don't. The only thing I will say is Safari, you low-key full of shit. When he made that statement later on in the episode, basically saying how, like, whatever he did in the past, that's the past, that has nothing to do with the now. It actually does. It actually does, because at the end of the day, I really do believe how you treat someone in the phases of the girlfriend or the stages or whatever you want to call it, when you're boyfriend and girlfriend, that's how you're going to treat them when you're married. Baby, getting married is not a conversion session. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't say I do, then stop being a trifling nigga. Everybody who I knew that was trifling before they got married was still trifling after they got married. So basically they're in Philadelphia. I'm not going to lie. I was looking at this like, girl, this looked like some scam. But Chrissy say they in here doing business with the people. They Lady Millionaires Club. I guess she take these people money and invest in properties and they all split the money. I don't know how that shit work. I put Chrissy as a pretty crier. I love when I see people who cry and they pretty, because I think I'm an ugly crier. Chrissy is a pretty crier. Jonathan introduces Jenna Ski. She seems bubbly, cute. She looks just like Olivia. That girl looked like Olivia. I thought that was Olivia at one point. I was like, that could pass as Olivia's daughter or sister, but she looks just like Olivia. Rich Dollars comes. I don't even know. I hate to say this. Like, I don't even know why people take Rich seriously when it comes to, like, being a manager. Because who's the last person that Rich actually really had pop off? Like, at some point, I really don't take anybody serious. About the only people that I would take seriously off Love and Hip Hop is, like, the Cardi B's, the K Michelle's, the people who actually got on this show and made something out of the platform. But, like, when I see, like, the Yandys, when I see, like, the Rich Dollars, ones who, I managed, you managed so-and-so back then. Who you managing now? Because right now, the only thing I know you for is Love and Hip Hop, New York. That's it. Chrissy calls Jim Jones. His attitude sucks. I didn't like how he pretty much acted like, girl, it is what it is. You told them that you wasn't living there. It was my fault. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get how, like, this nigga is supposed to be the man. It's supposed to be the one that's taking care of business, taking care of home. And now, because he can't handle his business, your business is affected. And he has this nonchalant attitude and just pretty much doesn't give a fuck. Like, it is what it is. Like, okay, it is what it is. It ain't their business. You told them already. You wasn't living there. It is, like, I don't care. Bitch, what? That's your man, Chrissy. That's your man. Jonathan meets up with Yandy. Y'all know I don't too much care for Yandy. But I'm team Yandy when it comes to the situation between her, Chrissy, and Kimbella. Like, I really think that Kimbella needs to watch what she's doing, because you're not gonna get me to believe that Chrissy and Yandy, who were best friends, and I'm sorry. You're not gonna get me to believe that Kimbella and Yandy, who were best friends at one point and had the same enemy in common, which was Chrissy. You're not gonna get me to believe, nobody, that them hoes didn't dog Chrissy out. They didn't run that bitch name through the mud. You better believe them hoes will sit up and get drunk, and I'm talking about dog that hoe out. Whatever they could think of, they were saying. So, Kimbella, you might want to be careful. So while you out here basically throwing Yandy under the bus, that bitch gonna end up letting Chrissy know, why this bitch kissing your ass? Did she tell you when she said so-and-so? Did she tell you when she said so-and-so? Did she tell you when she said this too? Yeah, I was there because we said it together. I don't like Kimbella. Kimbella is the type of person, she'll knock this person down to, girl, Chrissy drug your ass across the goddamn, Chrissy drug you from Times Square to the Brooklyn Bridge, bitch. And you got the nerve to be in that girl face. Jonathan and this whole perfume, I think is so strange and out of the blue. Like, I don't remember, I probably missed the episode. I don't remember Jonathan mentioning anything about a perfume that he was working on. I just think it's weird that he's coming out with a perfume. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, maybe if it was like, Jonathan looks like a bomb ass makeup artist, right? I've seen him beat the bitches' faces, okay? So I would assume that he would be like, oh, I'm coming out with like a skincare product, or I'm coming out with some foundation, or a gloss, or some eyelashes, or something that has to do with makeup. But just out the blue, I'm coming out with this perfume. What? Okay. Fresher meets up with Jenna Ski. Fresher ain't got shit. You trying to get on your damn self. The only reason why they probably let you inside the radio station was because of Papoose. So now all of a sudden you got this open, but I got this big open budget. The sky is the limit. I can get you anything you want, baby. I need you to get your body. Like, I mean, we're not gonna sit here and act like some of the stuff he was saying was like false, because at the end of the day, while it may come across as trifling as fuck that you got this grown ass man on TV telling this girl she needs to get her body done. I mean, just look at the bitches that's at the top. Especially the rap bitches. And even if they're not at the top, look at the girls who are well known. They all got something in common. It's called a shape, and it's called their bodies look the same. Now, some of them girls some of their shit might be because they mama and they daddy, okay? But some of them bitches is because of the Dr. Miami, okay? We're just gonna keep it real, Dr. Curves, okay? So we're not gonna sit here and act like when Fresher was telling her to get her body done and it was so far-fetched from the truth. Like, I don't think the girl should get her body done, especially if it's not something she want to do. And it just looked trifling that you got this grown-ass man telling this girl, like, you need to get your body done. You know what's so crazy? I'm so tired of motherfuckers acting like they don't understand why these girls are getting their bodies done. Like, she needs to work on her self-esteem. No, these niggas need to work on what the fuck they saying to these girls. Anyways. Girl, leave your body alone. I didn't see nothing wrong with her body at all. I'm not saying it just to say it. I didn't see anything wrong with her body. Nothing, honestly. But if she wanted to get it done because you want to get it done. Don't get it done because, oh, you trying to make this career pop off. Because there's a whole bunch of bitches walking around here with the same goddamn body. While they may be well known and while we may know their names, bitch, it ain't like they just make, it ain't like they the Nicki Minaj's or the Cardi B's. We just know their name, and we just know they got their ass done. So the party comes, excuse me, y'all, the party comes, and listen, no, nothing crazy was said, but we're not gonna sit here and act like y'all wasn't being shady and messy. Now, Yandy is really not that big of a deal because Yandy and Chrissy don't like each other. So usually when people don't like each other, especially when you can get away with getting a jab at somebody, you're going to take the jab. You see what I'm saying? So it makes sense that that Yandy would, be a little shady or, towards Chrissy in the situation. It only makes sense. But we're not going to sit here and act like, even though it's okay for Yandy to be shady, that she wasn't, like, she was still being shady. And y'all was still being messy. Like, y'all were being messy, spilling tea, being shady at the table. Yes. Now, were y'all just dogging out Yandy? No. Were y'all just dogging out Chrissy? No, y'all were not just dogging out Chrissy, but that still doesn't mean that y'all wasn't being messy and shady. I feel like at this point, Jonathan is trying to play both sides. Like, I'm friends with Chrissy, I'm friends with Yandy. No, you friends with Yandy. Look, the only way you can be friends with people who don't like each other is if those people don't talk about each other. You see what I'm saying? Like, Jonathan, if you friends with Chrissy and Yandy really ain't got no business opening up her mouth to you about Chrissy, and Chrissy ain't got no business opening up her mouth about Yandy to you. You see what I'm saying? Because when they talk about each other, that's when you really do get put in the middle. When you let them hoes know from the get-go, don't talk to me about Yandy, don't talk to me about Chrissy, then everything should be fine. But Jonathan, that's not what you're doing. You really team Yandy and you just don't want to say so. Kimbella, you an idiot, bitch. Because ain't no way. I laughed at it when Jonathan said, I love you in spite of your wig. I love you in spite of that spandex. But Jonathan really do be coming for you, girl. He said, Jonathan, Kimbella, and your single-digit IQ. Girl, this is like the 4th or 5th time Jonathan has come for you. Jonathan is not your friend, girl. And you will be an idiot to continue to come around that boy or support anything he has going on because Jonathan don't like you. Jonathan likes Yandy. I think he may like Chrissy, but he would choose Yandy over Chrissy. But girl, he definitely doesn't like you, girl. Every time he gets a chance, he's reading your ass. Yeah, Chrissy walk into the party. She want to know what's going on, what's all the yelling about. I don't know why, and I love Chrissy to pieces, but I don't know why Chrissy got on my nerves walking up like she was like about to set some shit off, like, and she probably was, but Yandy was trying to explain to her, Yandy foolish. You know who Yandy remind me of? Yandy reminds me of Eva. They say shady shit, and they know they being shady, but then when people say that they're being shady, they act like they don't know why they saying they was being shady. Like, I wasn't being shady. I didn't say it like that. No, what I said was, my heart went out to you. Girl, that is not how you said it, bitch. You said it, the way you said it, bitch, you was being shady. Oh, that was around the time that I stopped managing them. Girl, you were being shady when you said that. But now that somebody's calling you out on you being shady, now it's what, huh? What, huh? What you talking about? I wasn't being shady. I didn't mean it that way. Her and Eva are just, Eva off Real Housewives of Atlanta. Eva and Yandy are just alike. Anyways. Okay, y'all, I need to go take my sister some water. My niece some water, girl. I'll be back, y'all. Then I'm gonna come back and watch the next episode. Then I'll be caught up. All right, bye, y'all.